as I told you guys about in my Ipsy bag this month, I got a bottle of Adesse New York nail polish, the Gel Effects one. And I don't know if this is actually an Ipsy exclusive color because I didn't see it on their website when I went to go check out the brand some more. So could be an exclusive color, who knows. But regardless, I wanted to do a full review to let you know how it held up since you guys have been seeing the color of it on my hands ever since I put it on last week, but I figured you might want to know how it actually performed. So I mean, it's interesting to me because they purport that it's a gel effect with no UV light, which is fabulous because I don't have a UV light, so I would have been screwed if it were. But and they claim that it's quick drying. I would like to know what their definition of quick drying is, because I actually found this stuff to take freaking forever to dry, and I was putting it on very thinly to try and help with that process, and it still took a while for it to be fully dry for each layer, but that's just one thing. And they also claimed that it won't come off for like 2 weeks. At least 10 days guaranteed. It's a good thing I didn't really throw money at it. I mean, I guess if you break down the cost of an Ipsy bag subscription, that's about $2 per product. That's, I can live with that for the performance I got out of this, because I did my unboxing of that 1 week ago from today, and I put it on right after I did that video. So, yeah, I can tell you it definitely did not last 10 days. I don't know if maybe your mileage may vary depending on how much or how little you work with your hands. I work with my hands all the time. That's literally how I earn my money. So, I mean, maybe for me, it just, no nail polish is really gonna hold up. I don't know. But, the very first one I noticed starting to chip was my thumbnail right here. Right here. Which, this is with about 3 times of refilling that in, and it's still chipped. Just saying. Just saying. And then today in the shower, I was washing my hair, and not trying to flip anybody off, but this one came off, and this is with one coat. I'm going to talk about the color differences in a minute. And the pinky over here. Both came off just while washing my hair in full, just flaked right off. So that was interesting. So I mean, with that in mind, that's, generally they tend to last me about a week on average with any nail polish I've found. Even with a top coat, locking it in, it generally seems to be about a week before it starts coming off in entire nails like that in the shower, is what my personal experience has generally just been with nail polish. So, again, your mileage may vary, but for me that seems to be average, and this was literally right on the mark for that. So, that said, I looked up what the price point of this normally would be and was mildly horrified to find out this stuff goes for at least 18 bucks a bottle. 20 something for some of the other effects. And I was just like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be going out of my way to purchase any of this manually, because that's way too much to throw in a nail polish, especially when that only wears about average to everything else I use. If you're in a financial position where you have no issues paying that for nail polish, it is a much healthier alternative to most nail polishes. I will say that for them. They're even healthier than No Miss, which I preferred just because of how many things are not in it. This has an even longer list of toxic things that are not in it, so I like that very much, and it definitely showed a huge difference when I went to use it, that I never got a headache from it, and I never got a sore throat while using it, which is normally par for the course putting on most nail polishes, because I know I've said it a million times on my channel, I suffer from chemical sensitivities. Doesn't exactly stop me from wearing things like nail polish, but I mean, I always tend to suffer a bit for it as I apply it. So this, I never experienced that at all. So I mean, if I were in a position where I could financially justify it, maybe I would buy more of it just for that alone, because that is such an unusual experience for me to not suffer that. So, I mean, I wish more nail polish companies would jump on board this trend of trying to make healthier alternatives, even if it drove up the cost even like half as much as this. I could live with that, but 18 to 20 bucks for one bottle is an awful lot, especially for somebody who's not traditionally employed, so yeah, it's out of my price range, but I'm definitely gonna use up this bottle. Just saying. So, now, the other thing I would like to point out with it is the color saturation. You have to put on about 3 coats to get it to the color that it is in the bottle. Well, actually, this is darker, so maybe with 2 coats it would match exactly how it looks in here, but I wanted it a little darker, so I did 3, and I got this shade with it. Now, with only a single shade, just for difference, this is just 1, and you can see through the white part of my nail because it's so thin. Just saying. So with that, I couldn't leave it at just 1 coat. 2 coats, it was more opaque, but I still wanted a little more pigment to it, so that's the color I stopped on. And to be fair, it is super crazy shiny, even without a top coat. It basically looked identical before and after the top coat, so I mean, I even waited a day or 2 to see if it would dull down without a top coat, and it did not. But I only did that on a couple nails so I could get a fairer feel for how long it would really last. So I mean, can't say that that's why it came off sooner on a couple nails, since this hand was not the one that I did that on, and it still came off of one of those. But regardless, that aside, that was a thing. But, oh, what was the other point I wanted to point out with this stuff? Oh, that it's a self-leveling nail polish, too. So, I mean, people who aren't particularly fantastic at nail polish application, you might really like this stuff, because, frankly, it makes it look so much smoother and more even than it normally ever would. And yes, I know it's chipping on the tip, but, I mean, you don't really see brush strokes or anything in there, it just levels itself out like magic. So I guess that's where they're getting the gel effect from, and for that I am actually very impressed with, because normally I have a huge hard time trying to smooth out nail polish since I kind of suck at applying it. Doesn't mean that I don't wear it, just I suck at applying it typically. But I was very impressed with that and the natural shininess of it, so I don't know that I would give this a number rating, since I don't really know where it would be fair to rate it, but I mean, if I had the money to throw at this brand, I'd love to have more from this brand, just because it apparently agrees with me and my asthma and everything, and doesn't aggravate that. Just, it's so pricey that I really physically cannot afford to buy it, which sucks, because I looked through their colors and they have some gorgeous, gorgeous colors, and I was just laughing my butt off at some of the names. Like, there was one in there, I shit you not, it's called Nude York. I was like, oh my god, I need that. I somehow need that in my life. I don't know how, but I need that in my life. But there was like this gorgeous, gorgeous blue one too that, again, would love to be able to afford that. Can't, but I mean, sure was pretty though. I mean, hey, if you want to do like a sponsorship and send some my way, Adesse, I mean, I would very, very happily accept. But anyway, I don't think they're ever even gonna see this, but that's beside the point. But still, I mean, it's definitely a good brand. I just wish it weren't quite so pricey so that I could actually afford the stuff. But I am very grateful for the 1 bottle of it that I do have in my collection, thanks to Ipsy. That's part of why I'm on Ipsy, is to get stuff that I would normally never be able to afford. So, anyways, I think that's about it for this review, because I really don't think I have anything else to say about it. So, I mean, did I like it? Yeah. Did I think it was quite worth that price? No. But, I mean, it's definitely something that is quality. Just, is it over the moon impressive? It's debatable, but, you know, I just think it's really expensive for what it is. But I mean, I guess for being vegan, all natural, non-toxic, free of all the chemicals, I guess it kind of has to be, which sucks that to go a healthier route, you have to pay so much more to do it, but that's the state of the world we live in. So anyway, that is about all I have to say for this one. So as usual, if you liked this video, go ahead and click the like button. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload, leave comments down below. Have you guys ever tried this brand? If so, let me know your thoughts down below, and let me know what color you got, because I'd love to know what all you have and how you thought it performed. well as anything else you feel like leaving me. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link is down in the description box. Anyways, till next time, bye!